As humans, we are constantly making decisions to adapt to the world around us. Our programs need to be able to adapt as well. Let's go back to our autonomous car example. An autonomous car following another car needs to make decisions to control its speed. If the other car is too close, it would apply the brake. If the other car is speeding up, it could speed up to follow. In Python, we can combine the Boolean expressions we just learned with conditional statements to make decisions about what code to run next. Conditional statements are commands that run only if an expression evaluates to true. And there are 3 types of conditional statements in Python. The first is an if statement. If statements use the keyword if, followed by a Boolean expression. If the expression evaluates to true, the code block indented below the if statement will run. The next kind of conditional statement is the if-else statement. These look a lot like if statements, but we add the keyword else to the end. And now we can control what the program's behavior is if the if statement is false. If the Boolean expression evaluates to true, the if statement runs the same code block as before. But if it's false, Python defaults to the code block underneath the else statement instead. The last type of conditional statement is the if-elif-else statement. Sometimes you want your program to have more than 2 possible outcomes. In this example, Python first checks whether the car ahead is less than 3 meters away. If that expression is true, it will print slow down and skip the rest of the conditional statement. If that expression was false, Python will move to the elif statement and check if the car is greater than 10 meters away. If that's true, it will print speed up and skip the rest of the conditional statement. You can add as many elifs to your conditional statements as you want, but in this case, we'll just start with 2. If the elif expression evaluates as false, Python will jump to our else statement and run that default code that we've given it. Let's see how this works in the code editor. If I change the value of the car distance, let's see what happens. So right now the car distance is at 1 meter. And our if statement evaluates, sees that the car distance is less than 3, and prints slow down. If I make the car distance 5, we can see that Python asked if the car distance was less than 3. Nope. Moved to the elif statement, asked if the car distance was greater than 10. Nope, that's false. Okay, so it jumps to the else statement and prints out keep going. With conditionals, you can write much more advanced code that can make decisions and adapt to changes. Try it out in the next exercise.